my Fina love, Sisters Fina D, coming to you all from Vina Team News. I promised that I was going to review Kenya Moore being on Wendy Williams, so I have to keep my promise. So here I am. I'm not going to cover every single thing that they talked about. I'm going to just hit on key points. But if you missed the interview, I'm sure you can type in, Wendy Williams page and get the interview from there, okay? It's all over YouTube. You can find it. But I'm going to start with, goodness. Yes, I talk about it sometimes. We bring it up sometimes. But it's like, does Wendy have to start every single interview talking about Kenya mom not being there for her? Like, Kenya knows, we know. It's like, what if Kenya is not even over that? Because that's not something you get over easily. You just learn to live with it. And it's like every single time you have to bring it up in like a reminder, like, girl, we get it. So that right there was just like, here we go again. But I love how graceful and gracious Kenya Moore is. So every time Wendy Williams goes there, she just laugh it off. She's very, and that's the reason why Wendy have no choice but to continue to invite Kenya and like Kenya, because she's been expecting Kenya to have this huge issue with her, Kenya to be upset with her and all of that. And Kenya doesn't give her that energy. Kenya always pay her dust. She says some disgusting things about Kenya, and yet Kenya still goes on her show, because at the end of the day, it's a show, it's her job and whatever. And it's like, you know what, if you can't beat them, join them. And she's like, oh hell, you know what I'm saying? I like Kenya, yes, I shade her, and the girl still comes on my show. The woman, she still comes on my show and all of that. So I'm not even going to be a hater anymore. That's basically where Wendy Williams is when it comes to dealing with Kenya Moore. Like, I have shown her so much hate, and she continues to be nothing but classy and gracious towards me. What the heck? You know what I'm saying? Let the hate go. And hey, I'm going to invite her because you know what? Kenya is going to keep it real. And that's what Wendy Williams likes. So that's the first part. I was like, okay, already starting off on the wrong foot, girl. Like, no. So that was that, all right? And then, she asked about Brooklyn. And Kenya talked about Brooklyn being very intelligent. Of course, we already know everything about Brooklyn when it comes to just how smart she is and all of that, all right? And I was like, are we surprised? I mean, you are Kenya Moore. She get it from her mama, all right? She's adorable, she's beautiful, and of course, she's intelligent. I mean, come on. Look who birthed her. Kenya Moore. So that was, like I said, a great little conversation. They talked about Brooklyn's birthday. Of course, Kenya had to bring up Brooklyn little boyfriend Mikey, cute, and all of that. So they had a little cute conversation. Kenya basically described why Brooklyn birthday party was on the farm and the song and all of that. And Wendy was like, I'm surprised she's not listening to twerking music. And I was like, Wendy, she's 2. But you know what? With social media, yes, I have seen videos of 2-year-olds, little babies, dancing to inappropriate music and things like that. So I understand and see where Wendy was coming from. And of course, Kenya was like, absolutely not. You're not going to see my daughter twerking or on a pole, okay? She was like, that's my job and my husband's job to keep her off the pole, okay? Of course, Wendy asked her about her ring. Kenya wasn't wearing her wedding ring. She said that she's 30 pounds heavier. Like I said, Kenya is tall, okay? And then add her heels to her height. So whenever you hear 30 pounds and you're like, whoa, but on a tall woman, You really don't see it. And then also Kenya knows how to dress for her body and knows how to wear things that flatters her body. So that's the reason why you're like 30 pounds wear, it's not ever going to be, it's not really noticeable. But she was like, that's why she wasn't wearing her ring. It's because her ring no longer fits. I mean, we already know Kenya is a fitness fanatic. So yeah, it would take her no time to drop that. But regardless, she looks absolutely beautiful. So yeah. And of course, Wendy wanted her to stand up and twirl and told her she looked beautiful. She looked great. Kenya showed her her boots. Okay. They were beautiful and was like, nah, but I'm not standing up. The part that was confusing to a lot of people, like I said in the previous video I did, if you missed it, I'm also going to include a link in the description below about Kenya and her family. You know, we saw, like I said, the birthday images and the videos and then them together for Thanksgiving and all of that. But when you watch the Wendy Williams interview, you know, Kenya said, my husband, because they're still legally married, they're working on it. But then in the same breath said that, you know, we're separated, we're trying to navigate our new life and things like that. And then she talked about having a new life and talked about how she was ready to, you know, live it up in Paris for the summer. Right? We already know Brooklyn is speaking French, Kenya speaks French, and she's still learning, you know, and all of that. And Kenya said, we're constantly evolving. I will always have love for him because he's given me the most amazing gift, which is Brooklyn. I was ready for my new life, Paris for the summer, and live it up. Mark is fighting for his family. I'm the prize. If a man doesn't recognize that, please go to the next woman. I lost my way for a minute, but my grandmother instilled those values in me. I'm a model for Brooklyn, and I need to model what a strong woman and a boss looks like. Okay, so come through, Kenya. Exactly. Brooklyn is watching, and that she was basically done, and now Mark wants his family back. And we've seen that in these little videos and images and things like that. So I think because Kenya was saying so much, and also she wants people to watch the show and watch their journey unfold, that right there made people confused, because they were like, one minute you're saying your husband, the next minute you're saying we're separated, the next minute you're saying that basically you were done or are done, was about to start your new life, and now Mark is here. I think Kenya was all over the place in her response because she wanted to give Wendy an answer without giving everything away. She wants people to watch. So she was speaking in codes and all of that because it's like, you know what, just watch the show. And eventually she said that. She said, watch the show and see where our journey started and how it ends. So that's basically what people have to do. But from what I heard and noticed, it's like, you know, she was basically out on the verge of I'm 100% done. And she's already checked out. It's over. I'm the prize. I'm not. And I love that she admitted to, I lost my way. And that takes strength. You know, she's a very strong woman. We talk about that all the time. But she was able to admit, look, I lost my way. And, you know, I, in a moment, forgot who I am. I'm Kenya Moore. I don't curse. I had to bleep myself. I had to censor myself. But I'm Kenya. Do you know who I am? I'm Kenya Moore. And I lost my way and myself for a while. But, you know, I looked in that mirror and I'm like, girl, do you know who you are? And I snapped out of it. So now it's his turn to basically, because I'm the prize, to prove to me that he's still the amazing man that chose me to be his wife. And depending on his treatment, we shall see, you know. But all of these things we've been seeing is after the show already wrapped. Okay, a lot of things can happen, a lot of emotions can, you know, be evoked. You know, you've moved on, you're happy, and then you watch the show and something was said in confessionals, or a scene was shot a certain way and they made you look bad, and you probably feel like Kenya didn't defend me, or Kenya said something wrong, or I don't like the way how, you know, I was shown this season. Oh my God, the editing. All of those things can stir the pot again. So we shall see after the entire season, the reunion, all of that. if they're able to survive through all of that, because you really have to come to the point where it's like, listen, I love this person. This is where I want to be. I understand this is their job and whatever. And we are just going to work through all of this and move on. Or you can allow reality TV to also play a factor into your real life. And then Wendy was so bold talking about when was the last time you had sex. Like, girl, like, she's going to answer that question. But it's Wendy. She asked it anyways. Okay. Now, you do have comments like this from some of Kenya Moore's supporters. Sis spilled some details. It looks like they are not together. After her interview on Wendy, what's the deals? I'm so confused. Someone fill me in, but I love this video because I had posted the Thanksgiving family video on the channel Instagram page. This person responded, they are, how Kenya love to keep viewers on the edge. She doesn't want to say it directly because it becomes a spoiler for the show. Yes, what I will say to that. Whether they are together or not, whether they are working on a relationship or not, I will continue to say what I've always said. I trust Kenya Moore's judgment, and whatever she decides is best for her and our adorable Brooklyn, I wish her the best. That's one thing I do not do, because if you try to dissect and jump and figure out everything with these celebrities, you would drive yourself crazy. That's why I just do my videos and I'd be like, take care. And that goes for Kenya. Even though I support her, I'm not going to sit here and drive myself crazy trying to figure out Kenya and Mark Daly marriage. Whatever that happens, and whether it's together or not together, I am 100% confident that they will continue to be amazing parents to our adorable Brooklyn, and that's all that matters. And I do wish them absolutely nothing but the best. And the person who left that comment, there's no hate here. She's an awesome Kenya Moore supporter, okay? She was just going by exactly what other people saw on the Wendy Williams show, because Kenya wasn't clear and all over the place. So people just felt like, they're not together anymore. But we shall see. Now, I'm hoping to get this up before the premiere of the show. But if I don't, hey, whatever. But if I do, definitely watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta tonight, the season premiere tonight on Bravo. Of course, she talked about Strippergate, and she said everything we've heard. She tried not to call names. And she answered the question same old, and she mentioned Cardi B and Megan's song WAP. She had some interesting things to say, but I've already done videos on that, so Kenya didn't say anything new. But she did talk about how she wasn't sure if Tanya and Portia were still friends. Now, Tanya did have a little response based on what Kenya said on the Wendy Williams show. But I'll do that in a separate video, okay? We'll talk about Strippergate, and then I will include what Tanya had to say in that separate video. All right? Kenya and Milo knew, I'm throwing my quotations up as I say this, friendship. Kenya, like I said, hey, it's not going to be overnight, because Milo, she did a lot of stuff to Kenya, and, vice versa, but nothing compared to how low Milo went when it came to, coming for Kenya. Kenya said, we shall see. It's not going to be overnight, but if Milo continued to show her that she's genuine and all of that, then she's willing to forgive and move forward. The part where Kenya apologized to Vivica Fox because Vivica said that she hurt her. Now, I understand that this was like the rapid questions moment, but I just wish that, but because we live in a day and age where people, especially when it comes to Kenya Moore, people wants to call her a liar, wish that girl doesn't lie. Everything she's ever said is always turned out to be the truth, okay? It's always turned out to be the truth. But I hope Vivica and others don't take her apology and say, oh, because she apologized, that means she's admitting to what she did on Celebrity Apprentice, which is not true. Kenya never took Vivica Fox's phone. She never tweeted from her phone. And it's a shame that Vivica allowed a reality TV show, okay, that she already knew they wanted the black women to come and cause drama, and that she allowed that to work, okay, and for her to go in on Kenya like she did. Okay, I'm not saying Kenya is a saint and Kenya didn't have moments with Vivica, vice versa, but I'm just saying. So Kenya is not admitting that she did anything wrong. She's just saying the fact that basically Vivica believed those lies, and within those lies, she is now saying that I hurt her. You know, I apologize for that. Everything on the show was superficial, and I'm not out here trying to hurt anybody, which is interesting to me because Vivica is the one who's been dragging Kenya left and right in every single interview. You know, Vivica been acting for a long time. I'm not going to take that away from her, but honestly, she only makes, you know, the news and blog pages and anything. It's not because of her work and what she's doing. She only make the blogs if she's talking about Kenya or 50 Cent. Okay, so Kenya is the one who should be saying, dang, every time my name is mentioned, she's dragging me all of that. So for Kenya to say, oh, okay, she said I heard her, I apologize, that was very big of Kenya. But all I'm saying is I hope people understand, oh, okay, yes, Vivica said she was hurt regardless if those things were lies, you know, whatever. She's still saying those things hurt her because she believed the lies. Okay, and not take it and run with it like, yes, Kenya Moore finally admitted that that's not what she did. So that's that. Kenya saying that, you know, Portia relationship is fake and all of that. I mean, like I always say, projecting. The people who have the most to say about other people, they are simply projecting their insecurities. That's it, you know. And Portia, we've seen Portia in relationships that were just for the cameras, but oh, she was very outspoken about Kenya relationship. So Kenya kept it real when she was asked, you've been accused of having fake relationships on the show, so who would you say is in the fake relationship? And she said, I would say Portia. But I don't understand what Wendy was trying to do. Like, the nerve of her to even think in what life ever that Kenya Moore will be attracted to or even like Michael Rappaport on any level, even if he was nice to her. No. I was like, what are you doing? And he's married. Like, and even if he wasn't married, like, no. I didn't understand that whole part of trying to push Kenya up on Michael. And Kenya was like, absolutely not. Not in this new life. Not in the present. Not in the past. Never. But anyways, that's my review of the interview. The end of here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.